Hello YouTube and welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we've got the Transformers animated Starscream figure, and it is looking awesome in its jet mode. So, as you can see, he's got the nice purplish color scheme with the dark red going on. Nice translucent yellowish orange, good for the seeker molds. He's also got that, well, I don't know if it's the same, but they got an orange translucent plastic for the missile. To point out is, see this little plate right here? The only purpose it serves is to cover the hands. See? And I love that about this figure. They made sure that when they put the hands at the back of the jet mode, they weren't going to show. Where were you when they were doing that? So yeah, just want to point out that they managed to cover up the hands problem with this figure, but they did nothing for it with the new current. What I like is you got these kind of effects as like thrusters, but also they have little grooves right here, so you can just flip them over and they'll just sit right there and be like missiles. And then also, if you want, they also have landing gear that actually rolls. Just clicks in. You can set them down. So to transform this guy, just start with pulling out the legs. That will be the thrusters. And bring it down. And he's got a little auto morph gimmick. Just move these out of the way a bit, so it'll help. Just pull this down. Well, it's supposed to, as you can hear, it's not working, because it's kind of hard to do it all, because everything has to move at the same time. But bring his shoulders down, and his legs down. And bringing his legs down will make the points, I don't remember, nose cone, I guess, go in, but it doesn't really work too well. I don't know. Now, the ratchets aren't lined up right, so you kind of just have to do it yourself. But it's supposed to. You bring the legs down, that's supposed to pop in itself, little automorph gimmick. And then when you bring the shoulders down, his head pops up, which does actually work. It's just, the problem is you have to do everything at the exact same time, and there's not much clearance, so you kind of just have to manually do it. But it was a nice little trick that they tried to add in. Then you just open up the thrusters. First they're closed, you just open them up, they turn to his feet. And they gave him heel spurs. Little tab right there, see? Little hook. Just want to make sure you bring this down. And it like tabs under, kind of secures in place. Take this back plate that before was just used as a means of hiding his hands. There we go. And then you just bring these up. Flip these little pieces up. And bing bang boom, there he is. Robot mode, simple as that. Very simple transformation. Yeah. He looks very awesome. I kind of wish they could have brought the lasers, the null rays, up to his biceps like they are in the cartoon. I like how he's got a nice sleek look to him. His legs very thin. Then it's like they just expand as they go down. I love the look of the animated look they go with that. Big arms. And then like a wide chest and torso gets sucked in. I like that. That's definitely very anime-esque. He's got some awesome light piping. What I like is the light piping goes through his eyes and his mouth. That whole, you can move his missiles or null rays up and down. They shoot out, as you saw. They very easily shoot out, which is kind of annoying. I love the fingers. They actually gave them some articulation. All four of them are on one hinge, but the thumb is on its own separate hinge. And you can just bring that up. So, thought that was cool. Nice little gimmick. You can actually bring out the null ray. It's kind of hard to do at the right angle, but see? You know, kind of cool. You can make it extend it out, then it brings out these things that are on hinges. I like it just because it kind of makes it seem like it's extending out of his arm, like his arm transformed into a weapon. But really, just these panels just come forward, and that's really about it. So you can see the difference. Both arms can do it, just so you know. But just so you can see a difference of what they look like. They made the hands look like gloves, which I like. They kind of got like the black palms, and then the fingers are in a purple color, so I love the separation of color. Quickly, just want to show the new Prime Starscream, what the sizes are with now and then. Shorter. But then again, I do have his knees crouched, and he's kind of hunched over. Leader class, Megatron. And now that I look at it, I gotta say, Starscream's really tall. He's just like a head and a half shorter than Megatron, which is leader class. So he's a pretty big guy still. I think this is a great size comparison. For a terrible size comparison, here's Lugnut. Yeah. He's teeny tiny. So tiny. Yeah, why did they make him so small? Because I can understand why they actually made him small. His vehicle mode was a proper size, and unfortunately the way he transforms is robot mode shrink, mass shifting in the opposite direction. Usually they've been doing a good job of making mass shifting bigger, but in this case he got shorter. And here, Blitzwing. Blitzwing! Decent size comparison. I think Blitzwing and Starscream are very good size comparisons with Megatron. Lugnut's just the odd man out. For articulation, he's got a lot going on. He's got Ratchet at the shoulders all the way. Well, let's see. Nope, never mind. They are hindered at that point. But they can turn that much. So, that's good. And it's a nice solid ratchet joint. His biceps actually do have a hinge, so you can bring them in and out like that. Out about that much. And then he has a swivel at the, elbow. And then he has a bend at the elbow, so that's really cool, like that. I already pointed out finger articulation and his gun articulation. Head articulation, ball joint, but as you can see, he's got like these collar, not even a collar, it's just part of the transformation. Only turn it that much, but still enough for a cool pose. I usually have him like ready to fire off a laser with his null ray, so it's still enough for me. No waist swivel, just because of the way it's made, like with that whole transformation sequence. For his ankles, you do have them on a ball joint, so you can twist them a little, but once again, not very much, just because they're stuck in there. You can open up his thruster, ankle, feet, whatever you want to call them, and that gives them some extra space, I guess. And he does have a thigh ratchet joint, so you can bring them doing the splits. You can completely splits. Done. Nice ratchets. And then also you have a weird because of transformation, you have a weird hinge right there. So I don't know if you want him doing like a sumo pose or something. Just let's do this. I don't know. You can do it. Maybe he's doing a crab walk. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. So there's that. And it's got, I don't know if I have to point out swivel, but it does have swivel. And it's funny, he also has a ratchet right there. So he has a nice ratchet joint at the knee. But the way they made him, he kind of has to stand chicken leg. But it works. You don't even notice it from the front. But if you turn to the side, you can see like it curves in here. Like a chicken leg. But it's fine. It doesn't affect him at all. He's also, what I like is they gave him these fins. They can turn in and out. You can make them flat if you'd like. Just do whatever. Just whatever floats your boat. Wings don't move. Nothing here moves. But still, yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of articulation. So to get this guy back into vehicle mode, start by getting some of his clearance issues out of the way. Flip his backpack up. You're gonna flip this up to get these hinges out of the way, so you can and then do the shoulder auto transformation. Doesn't really work. You're better off pulling it out yourself. It's not a very well engineered feature. And the problem is, when you bring these shoulders up, his head kind of sticks out. So what ends up happening is you push the shoulders together and his head pops out of its joint, which is really annoying. Yeah. Close up thrusters. Bring them back up. What I like about this transformation is it's not complicated. It's simple. It's just complicated to get everything together. But it's easy to do. It's a good, like, what, 5-6 steps? Not much to it. See, it's just complicated to get everything to fit together. There we go. I don't know if that worked out. But and I think his head popped out. Get it lined up. It's no problem. But just getting everything to line up is a task. It's a Herculean task is what it is. So, got all that all properly lined. So if you like animated, get this guy. If you like Starscream, get this guy. If you like animated and Starscream, why don't you already own this guy? This has been Samurai Man. I want you all to have a great day. Woo.